You can start, Gangoti.
Namaskar. I extend my heartiest welcome to all of you on the fourth day of our Kuchipudi workshop with Guru Vidushi Vyjayanthi Kashi ji, a renowned Kuchipudi dancer, a celebrated performer, and founder and artistic director of Shambhavi School of Dance. We started the new journey of Kuchipudi few days back with full enthusiasm, and now it's time for us to maintain that energy. Before we start with today's proceedings, I would like to highlight some housekeeping rules for the delegates. You are requested to keep your cameras on so that we can have a wholesome and interactive session. Please keep your mics on mute until and unless you are asked to speak and given a chance. If you have any questions or would like to engage in a conversation, feel free to use the raise hand option. You will be allotted time accordingly, and you can also use the chat box and we will take up your questions. Try to be in a room with less disturbance to make the most out of the workshop. Please arrange your device in such a way so that we can see you clearly to have a productive session.
इतने दिनों सीखने के बाद किसने किसने तय किया है कि वो स्कूल ज्वाइन करेगा कुचिपुड़ी का? हैं रुचिका? क्यों रुचिका? अच्छा, 2 लोगों ने हाथ उठाए हैं। आराध्या ने। आराध्या तो हाँ।
Ma'am, someone unmuted me.
हाँ?
Ma'am, it was an option of unmute and mute.
हाँ, अब तुम अनम्यूट हो, बोलो।
मैम को कुछ नहीं बोला मैम, मेरे को स्कूल ज्वाइन करना है।
हाँ, गुड। कहाँ पर रहती हो तुम? किस शहर में रहती हो तुम? किस शहर में रहती हो?
मैम जलंधर वाजरार एन्क्लेव।
जलंधर कैंट।
जलंधर में रहती हो? अच्छा, तो वहाँ पर स्कूल है कोई कुचिपुड़ी सिखाने वाला कोई है? नहीं है। तो मैं तुम लोगों को एक यही सलाह दूंगी कि मैम से पूछ लेना। जो फीस हो, जो फी होती है वो देखो गूगल से हो जाती है ना, ऑनलाइन दे दी जाती है। और मैम से बात कर लेना, जो इंटरेस्टेड है तो वो ऑनलाइन जैसे अभी आप सीख पा रहे हो वैसे भी सीख लोगे। हाँ, प्रतीक्षा जी आ गई हैं, नमस्ते। क्योंकि बहुत सारी जगहें ऐसी हैं जहाँ बच्चे सीख नहीं सकते, उनके पास टीचर्स नहीं हैं। तो मैम से बात करना, तो वो तुमको सिखा देंगी ऑनलाइन। मैम हाँ, प्रतीक्षा जी को अनम्यूट करिए, अनम्यूट, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा।
Namaste ma'am, namaste children. Good morning.
Namaste ma'am.
Vyjayanthi ma'am is having some internet issues, so we're just trying to sort it out. She will join in, right? So, how are you all today? आप कैसे हो सभी लोग? Okay, fine. So, Rihanna is showing me Shikhara. Very good, very good. Aradhya too. Okay, good. We will begin the class with a prayer. So children, you know what? In dance, we always have this system where we begin the class and we end the class with a prayer. Okay? Do you know why? Why do you think we need to begin and end with a prayer? Any idea? Anybody? Do you want to take a guess as to why we do this? Yes, Aishwarya? Two participants. So, okay. So, let's start with Aishwarya. Why do you think? Yes, Aishwarya?
Ma'am, we are dancing by stamping our legs and by putting our body weight in Mother Earth, ma'am. So to dance, we are getting the permission from God, Earth, and all, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
And
Yes.
to greet our audience and our beloved ones, ma'am. And
Okay,
Guru.
very good, very good. What about Shri Harshna? What do you think? Because you raised your hand.
May I tell?
I'll come one by one.
Ma'am, the same thing that Aishwarya Akka told, ma'am.
Same.
Yes.
Ruchika, I see that you also raised.
Ma'am, we have to do prayer before doing anything, because if we do anything wrong, so God will be there to help us.
Okay, very good. What about Aradhya?
And ma'am, I request you to change my name. There is Sichika Verma. Please write there Mahima Verma.
What's your name?
Ma'am, Mahima.
Mahima. Okay, I'll try and remember Mahima. Okay, Aradhya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Aradhya, why do we pray?
We pray because we give gratitude to God, Gurus.
Oh, wow. What do you study, Aradhya?
Ma'am,
Which standard are you studying it?
ma'am, fourth B.
Wow. Okay, fine. So I think some of the answers you have already said is right. That is, before starting any good karyam or good work, we take the blessings of the Almighty, because one is there might be many obstacles, right, that we face. So please help us get through all of it. That is one. And the one, as you all rightly said, is paying gratitude to, as ma'am has already taught you, Vyjayanthi ma'am, one is to the power above us, one is to all the gurus who are responsible for passing on this knowledge of dance to us from so many generations, right? So dance is a Natya Veda which has been passed on from then to now. So to all the gurus who are responsible in passing this knowledge to us, of course to our parents who have helped us learn this art, and to our audience who are constantly watching us and preserving this art form. Help us preserve this art form. And then we do Bhumi Sparsha to also to say sorry to Mother Earth because we're stamping on her, we are dancing on her, but also to take her blessings. And one more thing, I think it was Vyjayanthi ma'am here. Yeah. And one more thing that we also do is to come back, to concentrate, to learn, because we might have come from all different kinds of moods. Some might be hungry, some might be angry, some might be sleepy, some might be sad. So to just let go of all of it, and then to get prepared to dance and to be in the present. Now, Vyjayanthi ma'am will take over.
So girls, are you all set? Did you all do some revision? So have they done some revision today? Did you all practice?
Not after I have come. I don't know if they did it before.
Can you put in the? Can you just raise your hands?
Those who have revised, please raise your hands.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste, namaste. Okay, so good. I have internet issues anyway, but I'll try to, if it goes, I'm connecting on the phone, but I don't know how good it will be. But okay. So, Pratiksha, can we go first with the item and then make them do the steps?
Yeah.
But let them show the. Yeah.
We can start with the prayer, Namaskar, and then we can directly go.
Get up, all of you. and we'll do the item. Then we'll revise all the steps and we'll do the item. So, okay, very good. 1. So, as we told you, offering our salutations to God with an Anjali Hasta above the head. 2. Thanking all the Guru Parampara. This dance form has come from generations to generations. So we thank all the Gurus who have inspired us and taught us beautiful things. Come to the next Namaskara is in front of your chest. Thanking all those who connect with us, inspire us, and then our parents, our friends, our relatives. Then Bhumi Pranam. When you sit on the toes. On the toes. Yeah. And then open up with Natyaram here, which indicates I am ready to dance. Okay? Yeah. So, Pratiksha will do once so that you recollect, and then you will all do. Now, don't do. Just be there and observe. Don't come and sit down again. You love to sit down. I'll make you sit down later. Okay? Just watch and recollect as you watch. 2, 3, 4. Raja Dira. Okay. You're going to do the jati?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ta kudanda kuchumta. Kirdagata tita 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 jum jum tajum. Tata kudanda kujumtai. Kirdagata tita 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 jum jum tajum. Ta kudanda kujum. Kinakujum dhanaku kinakujum. Kinakujum ta 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 dhinda. Ta ta dhinda ta 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 dhinda. Ta ta dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta 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 ta. Tadiginatum tadiginatum tadiginatum. Okay? Now Ishta or Madli alva?
Yeah.
Let them do this much.
Yeah. We will first do this jati a couple of times and then we'll go on to the lyrics. Raja Adhi Raja. Sahitya it's called. Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
Positions. All of you. Sit down in Aramandi. Elbows up. Elbows up. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Start. Ta kudhana kujamta. Kiddaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum. Tada kudhana kujam. Tai left side. Kiddaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum. Ta kudhana kujam. Kinna kujam dhana kukina kujam. Kinakujam ta 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 dhinda taka ta ta dhinda ta ta dhinda taka ta ta dhinda ta 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 dhinda taka ta tadiginatum tadiginatum tadiginatum. We'll do this again. What I see is some of you when you start your elbows are dropping. It's very important to have your elbows up tight. Now, yesterday, ma'am, we had pinned a few people. Like I remember we had pinned Sabreen, we had pinned Kavya. I think we had also pinned Aishwarya. Is Aishwarya here today? I don't see her. Aishwarya and Janu. Was Mahima also pinned yesterday?
Yeah, whoever has learned classical dance.
Anita. So please, can you please pin them?
Yeah, and Puttu, many cameras are still off. But
yeah, Aishwarya's camera is off, and I think even Paradrisha's camera is off.
okay, sometimes they have internet issues. When they come online, let's think. So just recollect.
We will do it again. Remember, first you stretch your right hand out, all of you. And when you stretch your leg, don't turn your body like this. Body is facing front. You just have to bend on the right and stretch.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम, ऐश्वर्या कुछ बोल रही है, हाथ उठाया उसने,
Yes, Aishwarya.
शायद वो पिन नहीं कर पा रही है, शायद डबल टैप
अच्छा।
करो, पिन हो जाएगा बेटा।
Okay.
Okay. So let us do it again. Yeah. And when you stretch, it should be shoulder level and not down. Aradhya. 1, 2, 3, start. Ta kudhana ku jamta. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum tadha kudhana ku jamtai. Look to your left. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum ta kudhana ku jam. Kinakujam dhanaku kinakujam. Kinakujam ta 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 dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta 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 dhin ta 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 dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta 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 tai did tai tai did tai tai did tai. Good. We will do it some more times. Any doubts that you want to ask us? You have any doubts? Okay. When you do taddiginato, for whenever you tap, tai you look forward. Tai, didhitai you look at your hand. Tai, didhitai. Tai, didhitai. Okay? Elbows have to be up. If you drop, the minute you drop the elbows, you just see how it looks. The form is lost. So when in classical dance, in Kuchipudi especially, it's very important to have your elbows up tight. Otherwise, it looks like as though we're sleepy and we're tired. Okay, here also if you do this. Okay, one, sit down. Looks like you've all revised very well. One, I think Gangotri Ji also can be pinned. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Rihanna, you're sitting in Aramandi very nicely. Good. 1, 2, 3. Start. Ta kudhanaku jamta. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum tadaku dhanaku jump stretch. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum taku dhanaku jum. Kinaku jum 1, 2, 3 up. 2, 3 up. Ta 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 dhinda taka ta ta dhinda ta 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 dhinda taka ta ta dhinda ta 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 dhinda taka ta tai did the tai tai did the tai tai did the tai. Girls, some of you just have to do this 4 times. Right, left, right, and left. That's it. After that, you have to do diggy 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 on the toes. Okay? And Rihanna, when you do this, you have to go back on your heel. Okay? Only when you do this, you have to come on the toes. So let's see it again. 1, 2, positions. 1, 2, 3. Elbows up, come on, Mahima. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta kudhanaku jamta. Kirdaga taddi 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 tad smile. Jamta jam. Tad kudhanaku jamtai. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum ta kudhanaku jam. Kinaku jam dhanaku kinaku jam. Kinaku jam ta 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 dhinda taka ta ta dhin ta 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 dhinda taka ta ta dhinda ta 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 da taka ta tai did the tai tai did the tai tai did the tai. Then we learned. Yes, Rihanna, you want to ask me something? Okay. Then we learned the lyrics, the Sahityam and the Hastas. I will show you once and then you can do. Okay? You recollect in the meantime. So what we did was Raja Dhiraja with the Tripataka, Raja Dhiraja Veera Pratapa with the Shikhara, Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa, Raja Dhiraja Veera Pratapa, the mustache with your right hand. Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa, Sakalantra Nikila, Karnataka, Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa, Sakalantra Nikila, Karnataka, Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kirana Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kirana Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. We learned so much. So what does it mean? When we do Tripataka with our right hand, we have to place it above center of the head. Not like this, not like this, not like this. Okay? Center of the head, stretch it up. Because as a king, he was magnificent. His kingdom was magnificent. So we stretch it. Rajadi Raja, Veera Pratap, strong. Right hand again. Don't keep it close to yourself. Stretch it with your right hand and elbows up. Don't drop like this. Elbows up. Veera Pratapa with a shikhara, thumbs up. All of this only on the right hand, not on the left. Veera Pratapa, Shri Krishna Raja Bhupavi. Namaskar to you. Welcome to you. And salutations to you. Second one, Rajadi Raja, Veera Pratap with a mustache. With your right hand. Veera Pratapa, Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa, Sakalantra Nikila. Your right hand is in Anapadma. Sakalantra Nikila, Karnataka. Now, when you do this Karnataka, don't place your hand next to you. Higher and stretched. And don't keep doing this. One, Karnataka, only once. Karnataka, only once. Hanu Tejashri. Look at your right hand and look forward. Hanu Tejashri. Like the Jalak, they say, no? Jalak. Hanu Tejashri. Krishna Raja Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikila. Karnataka, only once. Hanu Tejashri. Krishna Raya Bhupa. And what is he wearing? Manikya, a crown made of precious gems. Makuta. We said you hold a mukula. This hasta is called mukula. It's like you hold kataka mukha, bring your little finger and the ring finger and open up the kataka mukha and turn it towards the sky. Makuta, Manikya, the crown. Sahasa Kirana Shri. It's glittering. Sahasa Kirana Shri. And to him, I salute Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makuta Manikya. Imagine you have diamonds, rubies, emeralds in front of you. What will your expression be? Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kirana Shri. Krishna Raya Bhupa. And what kind of a throne is he seated on? Navaratna. Have you heard of the 9 gems, the Navaratna? They're very precious. And he had all these 9 Ratnas, called the Navaratnas, embedded on his throne. And he used to sit on such a throne. Imagine. So on the right hand you show 5, on the left hand you show 4. Okay? Navaratna Kachita. Have you seen sculptures? They hold the stone and they tuck, they hammer into it. So that's what we're doing. We're holding 2 Kapita Hastas and imagine you're putting these Navaratnas on the throne. Navaratna Kachita Simhasana Dhipa. Simhasana, right hand is Shikhara, right hand, and the left hand is the deer hasta or the Simhamukha. The deer hasta is facing the sky. The fingers are facing the audience. And on top of it, you keep the Shikhara, right hand, to show that he is seated on the throne like this. Navaratna Kachita Simhasana. Welcome. Navaratna Kachita. When you do Kachita, you take it to your left. Your left. Kachita. Simhasana. Center. Rihanna, can you mute yourself? Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. We did like this. See, now you have to think, imagine that we are welcoming the king. We are not welcoming our hand. So stop looking, don't look at the hand like this. Imagine he's coming and you're welcoming him. Okay. So now let me see you do it. 1. Every line repeats twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikhila Karnataka Hruteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Lantra Nikhila Karnataka Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Very good. Gangotri is doing the Abhinaya very well. Okay. See, children, now you should understand one thing. So, how are you all today? Did you understand this? If I talk like this to you, will you be interested to listen to my story? So, once there was a king called Krishna Devaraya, and he used to rule the Hampi kingdom. If I say like this, you like it if I look into you because you're looking into me. We both are having a conversation. Now, when you dance, whom are you having a conversation with? Because we know that dance is a language and we use a language to always communicate. So now tell me, whom are you communicating with using dance? Raise your hands and tell me. Yes, Nizal? Nizal? I can't hear you. Can you please unmute them? Nizal, Pranita and Mahima.
Ma'am, we have to see the king in front of us.
Very good. We have to see the king in front of us. Obviously, the king wants to be sitting next to us, right? So, Pranita, who do you think we are communicating with?
We are communicating with the audience.
Correct. Mahima?
Ma'am, we can communicate with steps.
With?
And with steps which we are using in the dance.
Sorry?
Ma'am, we will communicate with steps which we are doing in
Steps. Yeah, we use steps and hastas to communicate. Correct. I'm asking, whom are we communicating with? Yes, Aishwarya?
Ma'am, we are communicating with the audience, ma'am.
Okay, correct.
We are showing the story of Krishna Devaraya.
Correct. So here we have two different things. One, what is universal and constant is we are constantly communicating with the audience. Now because it's virtual, but still you have an audience. Tomorrow you will have people watching you, but not directly in person, but they will be watching you from their screens. So you have to communicate to your audience through this virtual media. That is one thing that is always there, communicating with the audience. Second is, whom are we trying to communicate with in the particular song we are dancing? So in this song, it is Krishna Devaraya that we are saluting, that we are praising. But in some other song, you might be talking to a friend. In another song, you might be talking as a narrator and directly with the audience. Or in some songs, you might be talking to your hero. In some songs, you might be talking to your heroine. Sometimes, some songs, you might be having a chit chat with many friends. So in the song, Your audience will change. But what will not change is the audience who are always watching you when you dance. So you have to communicate with both. Now, it is not enough if we just use the hastas, Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kiranashri, is not enough. It's like when you're telling a story to someone, when you're talking to your friend, you say, hey, you know what happened? My mother gave me this, I got this, I watched this. So you're involved. है ना? Involvement is necessary because here you're also telling a story. And you have, when you're involved, your facial expression naturally comes. You know what happened? Oh God. So think of how you all speak when you're talking to your friends or when you're talking at home. So much of expressions and all different kinds of expressions come. So dance as a language is very natural to us, especially the Abhinay should be very natural because we use it every day. But the minute we start dancing, we feel shy or we feel like, oh, I don't know. No. The minute you know the meaning of the lines that we are doing, you understand the meaning, right? Ma'am has explained the meaning to you yesterday. So try telling the meaning through your face and through your hands. Now get up. We will do it again. We will do the hastas again. We'll do it 3 more times. And then I'll tell you something else. From Rajadhiraja. Okay, move back so that I can see your hand. 1, 2, 3, start. Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kiran Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kiran Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Navaratna Kachita Simhasana Vipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Navaratna Kachita Simhasana Vipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Okay. Now, do you feel that there are so many hastas? Are you finding it okay to do this? Now, this is the reason also why we say when you learn dance or any form of classical arts in general, your concentration power increases. Because just imagine in this line, you're changing the hastas constantly, you're changing your expressions constantly, you have to remember the step also, the feet, that what you're doing. But it should not look like you're remembering, you're thinking and doing. It should be natural. It should be like, oh wow, she knows everything is going very well for her. And this happens because we are harnessing the power of the mind. We are harnessing the power of emotions at the same time. Which is why they say if you start learning dance or any form of art, you become more sharper, you can easily study, you can grasp your studies faster, you can write faster, and you can enjoy your education better. Okay. Now, what we will do this once more, Rajadhiraja, and then we will do the Jati followed by this together. Okay. Now, one last time, the Hastas. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rajadhiraja, Veera Pratapa, Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Rajadhiraja, Veera Pratapa, Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka. Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka. Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kiran Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kiran Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa. Okay, fine, good. Now get up and let us do the jati followed by the hands. And when you do the hands, you can stand in Samapada. Okay? You can stand in Samapada and do all of these hastas. 1, 2, 3, start. Akudhana kujamta. Kirdagadi tadi 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 tajam jam tajam tadakudhana kujamtai. Kirdagadi tadi 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 tajam jam tajam takudhana kujam. Kinakujam tadaku kinakujam. Kinakujam ta 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 dhinda ta ta ta, bend of the waist. Ta 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 dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta 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 tadiginatom tadiginatom Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanatipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanatipa Krishnaraya Bhupa. Okay. Once more. Once more. Okay, come on. From the jati. Okay. You have some doubts, girls? Come on, go back. All of you go back. Sit down in Aramandi, raise your elbows nicely, and have a nice smile. 1, 2, 3, and start. Ta kudhana kujanta. Kirdaka tadi 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 tajam jam tajam. Tada kudhana kujam tai. Kirdaka tadi 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 tajam jam tajam. Ta kudhana kujam. Kina kujam bana kina kujam. Kinakujam ta 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 dinda ta 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 dinda ta ta dinda ta 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 dinda ta 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 dinda ta ta tadiginakom tadiginakom Rajadiraja Veera Prata Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Rajadiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sakalantrantila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sakalantranikila Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratna Gachita Simhasanadipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratna Gachita Simhasanadipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa. The reason I didn't prompt this time is tomorrow when you do it, I will not be showing, right? You'll have to get the flow. So what we will do is like how we did now, I will show you many times and you learn it up, and slowly I will stop showing you so that you memorize it. Okay. Now we will come back to this later. Today we will proceed with the next set of lines which will teach us more about the king and the kingdom and the arts that existed, that flourished during his times. The next line says Sangeeta Sahitya. Sangeeta Sahitya, which means during his time it's considered the golden age, golden period, because they not only were successful in terms of acquiring kingdoms, but they were also successful in treating their people well. They were successful because the arts flourished, and there were different kinds of patronage given to different kinds of arts like Sangeeta, music, dance, literature, of course, sculptures. And all these kinds of artistic expression found patronage during the period of Sri Krishna Deva Raya. Yes, somebody has raised your hand. Who is SM Digital? Okay. What we'll do, students, is I'll give you time to ask questions. So you save your questions until then. So we will not break the flow. Okay? So, Sangeeta, do you know how many kinds of musical instruments are there? Can you name some musical instruments for me? What all musical instruments have you seen? Yes, Aishwarya? Name some musical instruments. It's a rapid fire round. It should be quick. Can you please unmute them? Aishwarya, yes? Or you put it in the chat box. Quickly, all of you type in your answers. What are the different kinds of musical instruments that you have come across? I don't see in the chat box. I don't see your answers. Can you please unmute them? Yeah, Nizel. Okay, we have Gangotri who has already given the answer. Very good, but we'll come to that. But name some instruments. Aren't they allowed to type in?
Ma'am, violin,
Violin. Okay, very good. Next.
flute,
Flute, yes. Okay, show me otherwise. If you're not able to mute, show me. Okay, piano, keyboard, yes. Tabla, yeah. Violin, guitar, yeah, okay. What are the kind of, yes, the Natuvangam, the Tal, yes. Okay. What all instruments? The flute, yes. What all instruments do you see in a classical dance performance? What else do you see? Yes, Veena. Yeah. Okay. Tabla, yeah. So in dance or in Natya Shastra, we were talking about Natya Shastra, right? Which Bharata Muni wrote, which is like the Bible, or which is like the ultimate text for Indian classical dance and drama, dramaturgy. In that, they have said there are 4 kinds of instruments. Okay, 4 kinds of musical instruments that we use in dance, in classical arts in general. Yes, Rihanna, 4. One is the wind instruments. 1 minute. One is the wind instruments that comes under the category of Sushira. Wind instruments are called as Sushira. And there are wind instruments like what? Like you already said, flute, right? Where you blow the wind and then the air and then you play with it. And then there is Nadaswaram. Have you seen Nadaswaram? So this is also a wind instrument. Then comes the next type of instruments wherein you see strings, like in veena, like in violin, like you said in guitar, where there are strings and you play with the strings too for the music. Yes, ma'am is here. So that is called the string instruments. And the string instruments are called, do you have any idea? Gangotriji, what is the string instrument called?
Tatvadya.
Hmm? Mummy, are you okay? You can.
What?
Tat.
I was
It's cutting.
telling them about the 4 kinds of musical
I'm hearing.
instruments. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think shall we proceed with the item because we have.
Yeah, because we hear Sangeeta Sahitya, so I'll just finish.
Okay, but
yeah. Then we have instruments which are, as you showed, tabla, it can be mridanga, which has percussion. These come under the percussion instruments. And then you have the tal. Okay, and even when you see in the bhajans, they use the 2 kinds of tal meeting. That is string, that is the metal instruments. Yes, Rihanna, tell me.
Ma'am, give me 10 minutes, I will rejoin. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, because of power cut.
Okay. Now, so in the next slide, we talk about Sangeeta. Each of you can hold an instrument. Okay, choose an instrument of your liking. Either you keep a flute, or you keep a veena, okay, or you keep a violin.
Puttu it. Mridangam.
Or you can keep a mridangam. Some of you keep a mridangam. Okay, some of you keep the tanpula. So each of you choose one instrument. So I will choose a veena for now. So the line goes like Sangeeta Sahitya, which means the literature. So in your left hand, you hold a pataka. Right hand, you hold a shikhara. And take it to your left side. Sahitya. Again, Sangeeta Sahitya. It comes twice. Okay, you can choose your musical instruments and we will do it. 1, 2, 3, start. Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya. Twice.
Is it full line twice?
Yeah.
Or
just Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya. Okay. Then we keep a pose. Nritya Shilpa Digaralaku. A dance pose, which is, there are many different dance poses that you can find on the temples, on these temples at Hampi. Okay. We can keep the famous one of the
Darpana Sundari.
Darpana Sundari, where she's holding a mirror on the left hand as a pataka, and the right hand she's drawing a tilaka on her forehead. Use a tripataka, turn it around and draw. Nritya Shilpadhigalalaku Shri Krishna Devaraya Bahupara. Okay. Again, from Sangeeta Sahitya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya, Nritya Shilpadhigalalaku Shri Krishna Devaraya Bahupara. Okay, now let me see it and you do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya, Nritya Shilpadhigalalaku Shri Krishna Devaraya Bahupara. Good. When you keep the mirror with the left hand, Aradhya. Left hand is the mirror. Right hand is the bindi. Face it towards you. Okay. After that, there is a small jati where it goes dhanaku kinakujam, kinakujam, dhanaku kinakujam, dhanaku kinakujam. Amma, shall we make them do the step that they already know, or do you want me to teach it?
They can, yeah, Puttu. Keep this Puttu. Ta kinakuchum, kinakuchum. That Palli Hasta.
Right and left side. Okay. Now we learn a different hasta called the Palli hasta. What you do is you hold a kataka, Okay.
I've got them.
Madam has taught you the Palli Hasta, right? So keep the Palli Hasta on your right hand.
One, two, three, four. Ta kukku kinakucham, 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 kinakucham.
So here the step goes like this. You do it on the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What to? They already know this step. We have taught them, right? With the shikara and the mushti. So they use the palli instead. They know that step.
So ma'am has taught you this step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So instead of this hasta, you use the palli hasta. When you're doing on the right, you use the right side is a palli hasta on top of the head, and the left hand is a dola. Left hand is a dola. You bend on the right, sit in aramandi, and do your right leg on the toes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 on the right. Then you go to the left. Hinna kujam, hinna kujam. You understand? Okay, let me see it. Let me see you now. The right, 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 left, 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 and left. Understand? Now come on. 1, 2, right hand up, raise it up. Up. Don't keep it like this. Don't keep it like this. Raise it up. 1, 2, 3. Start. Da kudhanakujam, kinakujam, dhanakukinakujem, kinakujam. It is on the toes and strike. On the toes and strike. Could you see my feet? Give me a thumbs up if it's a yes. Okay. Yeah. So let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta kudhanakujam, dhanakujam, dhanakukinakujem, kinakujam. Okay. Now, girls, if you're doing your right, bend on the right. Bend on the right. If you're doing your left, then bend on the left. Use your waist. Correct. And some of you are keeping your hasta here. Raise it up. If you keep it here, it makes you look shorter. You want to look short? Raise it up. Keep a good distance. Raise up your hands, Sabri. Higher up. Raise your hands up. Yeah. 1. So we'll do this. Right 4 and left 4. 1, 2, 3. Start. Ta kudhanakujam, dhanakujam, left, dhanakujam, pinakujam. Okay. When you do left, Sarah, do your left leg. Yes, 2 participants. Mahima, what is it? I can't hear you. Can you please unmute them? Shri Harshna, what is it?
Ma'am, how many times we have to do?
4 on the right, 4 on the left. Please observe. So when I'm doing, you please observe. So later I'll give you time to do. Please observe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, ma'am.
Shri Harshna, you had a doubt? Okay, I hope it's clarified. So we will do from Sangeeta Sahitya. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya, Nritya Shilpadigalalaku, Shri Krishna Raya. Left hand is the mirror. Please, left hand is the mirror. Right hand is the bindi. Nritya Shilpadigalalaku, Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Bahupara Taku Dhanakujam Dhanakujam Dhanaku Kinakujam Kinakujam. Sabreen, raise your hands. Yeah. This is the flow. We will do it again. We'll do it again. 1 from Sangeeta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sangeeta Sahitya. ಸಂಗೀತ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ನೃತ್ಯ ಶಿಲ್ಪಾದಿಗಳಲಕು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ ಬಹುಪರಾಟ್ ಧನಕು ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ತಾಕು ಧನಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ. Mahima, first you have to do on the right. Can you show me that step? Girls, as ma'am has already said, when you come to Spikmaki sessions, you have to be dressed in a kurti and a comfortable either a salwar or a legging with a veil preferably. Please don't come in t-shirts and shorts and all that. Yeah? Mahima, please from tomorrow you have to please come in a kurti. Okay? In the break when I give you, please change over. Okay? Now show me the step. 4 on the right and 4 on the left. 1, 2, 3, start. Right, right, right. Mahima, when you do right, do only right leg. Right, 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 and right. Only the right leg. And when you bend on the left, you have to only do the left leg. Yes, Nizal? Unmuting takes a very long time. That's why I say question. Yeah.
Ma'am, we have to do heel toeing, or heel flat.
There's no heel at all. It is only toe and flat.
Girls, it's like the previous step that you already learned.
Toe, flat, 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 toe, flat. That's all.
Girls, it's like the step that you already learned.
Okay. Did you understand? All of you, we will now do from Sangeeta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sangeeta Sahitya Sangeeta Sahitya Nritya Shilpadigalalaku Shri Krishna Devaraya Bahuparag Dhanaku Kinakujam Kinakujam Taku Dhanakujam Kinakujam. So raise your hands, all of you. Remember to raise your hands and don't keep it so. Okay. Okay. Now, once we will do from the beginning, that is the jati, till here in 1/4. Okay, come. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta kudhanaku jamta. Kirdaka taddi 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 tajum jum tajum tadaku dhanaku jamtai. Kirdaka taddi 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 tajum jum tajum taku dhanaku jum. Kinnakujam, Thanakukinakujem, Kinnakujam, Tata, Dinda Takata, Dinda Tata, Dinda Takata, Dinda Tata, Dinda Takata, Tadiginatum, 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 Raja Dhiraj, Rapratapa, Naraya Bhupa, Raja Dhiraj Veera प्रताप श्री कृष्ण राय भूपा सकलांत्र निखिल कर्नाटक भानु तेज श्री कृष्ण राय भूपा सकलांत्र निखिल कर्नाटक भानु तेज श्री कृष्ण राय भूपा मकुट माणिक्य सहस किरण श्री कृष्ण राय भूपा मकुटमाणिक्य सहस किरण कृष्णराय भूपा नवरत्न खचित सिंहासनधिप श्री कृष्णराय भूपा नवरत्न खचित सिंहासनधिप श्री कृष्णराय भूपा संगीत साहित्य नृत्य शिल्पादिಗಳಲಕು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ Bahupara Dhanaku Kinakujam Kinakujam Taku Dhanakujam Kinakujam. Do you understand the flow? Are you liking it? Yeah? Okay, then come on. Now that you're liking it, we'll do it one more time before we can sit and we'll do something else. Okay? Or we'll do 2 more times, girls. What say? 2 more times. Come on. 1, 2, 3, start. This time I won't prompt. You do it. 1, 2, 3, start. Taku dhanaku jamta. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajam jam tajam. Tadaku dhanaku jamtai. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajam jam tajam. Taku dhanaku jam. Kinaku jam dhanaku kinaku jam. Kinakujam ta 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 dhinda 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 ta ta tadiginatum tadiginatum Rajadi Raja Veera Pratap Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Rajadi Raja Veera Pratap Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sakalantra Nithila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sakalantra Nithila Karnataka. Don't look at your hand. Krishna Raya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasana Dipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasana Dipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa ಸಂಗೀತ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ನೃತ್ಯ ಶಿಲ್ಪಾದಿಗಳಲಕು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ ಧನಕು ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ತಾಕು ಧನಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ. This is first on the right, then on the left. Now, how many of you have, just raise your hands. How many, you can just raise your hand like this. How many of you have confusions with the flow? What comes after what? How many of you have a difficulty with that? Raise your hand. You all know the flow correctly? Then why is there so much confusion? You know what comes after what, isn't it? Okay, so do it one last time. Come on. And then I'll give you a water break. Come on. Okay, very good. 1, 2, 3, start. Taku dhanaku jamta. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajam jam tajam. Tadaku dhanaku jamtai. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajam jam tajam. Taku dhanaku jam. Kinaku jam dhanaku kinaku jam. Kinakujam ta 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 dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta dhinda ta 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 dhinda ta ta tai did tai tai did tai tai did tai Rajadhiraja Veera Pratap Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Rajadhiraja Veera Pratap Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikhila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikhila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Mahanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Makutamānikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Navaratna Kachuta Simhasana Dipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Navaratna Rत्नखचित सिंहासनधिपशु कृष्णराय पूर्व संगीत साहित्य नृत्य शिल्पादिगळलपु श्रीकृष्णराय भूप बहुपराग. Right dhanakujam pinakujam, left dhanakujam pinakujam. Sit down. Nikhilandra bhoja kavisandra teja amukta malyada rachana simha. Okay. Now the next we talk about, as I said, we have different things that flourished. We just spoke about Sangeeta, and we spoke about Sahitya, and we spoke about the sculptures. Okay. Now we're going to talk a little more in detail about how he himself was a great writer, poet, and he also patronized many other poets during his times. That's why we say Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja. Nikhilandra Bhoja means for the entire Andhra Bhoja. He was the Adipati, or he was the king for the entire territory of Nikhilandra, because he was also a part of, as ma'am was telling you, the southern province included Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and all of these. So for the Nikhilandra Bhoja. And Kavisandra Teja means he himself was like a glitter to the entire clan of Kavis, or the writers or the poets, because why? He has written this beautiful work called Amukta Malyada. Have you heard of Amukta Malyada? No. Then it's a good chance to learn about it through Krishna Devaraya. He wrote this book called Amukta Malyada, and it's a very famous book. Okay, so that is why we say Amukta Malyada, the name of the book. Rachana Simha is the one who scripted it, who wrote it. So that Sri Krishna Devaraya, or to that Krishna Raya Bhupa Bahuparag. Okay. Now, how do we show Nikhilandra Bhoja? You all know Alapadma, right? Keep Alapadma on your left hand. Please do it as I say. Alapadma on your left hand. Okay? You take it up now. You take it up, your left hand up, and and don't put it back. When you take it up, this should be your ear level. In the ear level, you take it up and keep Alapadma. The right hand, keep a Suchi. Right hand, Suchi. Nikhilandra. That's how we do it. Your hand is on top in Alapadma, left hand. Nikhilandra Bhoja. Mushti. We learned Mushti, right? Ma'am has taught you Mushti. So we do Mushti. Nikhilandra Bhoja. So when you say Nikhilandra, look at it. Look at the entire Andhra, and just with your looking, people should understand or feel the vastness of the Vyjayanagara kingdom. So don't keep it like this, students. Turn it in your wrist. Turn the Alapadma, don't keep it straight. Turn it in the wrist. It's flat. The middle finger is facing the wall on the left. And you raise it up. There is a bend here. It's far. It's not like this. Keep it far. This we use in dance. If you have to talk about a town, a village, a place, we use this hasta. So generally, if you see this, it means they're referring to a place. So Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Kavi. We just did this. On the left, don't keep like this. Elbows up. Keep it far. Don't keep it so close. You can't see what you're writing there. Left hand is a pataka. Right hand is a shikira. Kavisandra Teja. He is like the glitter to the entire clan of Kavis. So elbows up. Elbows up. Again. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja. Again. Okay? One. Don't keep it straight like this. Bend it and far. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Start. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja. When you do Teja, glitter. Glitter. He's like the Tejas. He is like the glowing light. So elbows up. Again. 1, 2, 3. Start. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja. When you do this, here the middle finger is facing the roof. So you have to bring it vertical. Teja. Then what did he write? Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha. So Amukta Malyada, as you said, is a book. Amukta Malyada. Show. How do you show a book? You show a book like this, right? So show a book, keep it on the left, on your left. Don't keep it. See, if you keep it like this, your face is getting covered. Keep it on the left. Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha. This time you use a simple hamsasyo in your hand, right hand, because you write with your right hand. Most people. Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Sri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Or we'll do Sri Krishna Raya Bhupa. So, Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Sri Krishna Raya Bhupa. This line repeats twice. So, how does it go? Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. One more time. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha. Right hand in Hamsasyo. Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. So in dance, we have this habit of telling the same line in different ways. Because if we use the same hastas to tell the same hand twice, people might get bored. So for once, we show Rachana, we show like this with the Shikhara. Another time we show with the Hamsasyo. So it keeps changing. Understand? We will do this line once more. See, what we'll do, we will also write this down in the end of it. So you know the lines by heart. You know it how to sing, so it becomes easier for you. Did you understand the meaning of this line? Come on. 1, 2, from Nikhilandra. 1, 2, 3, start. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Now I will not do. Let me see. Okay? You have any doubts in this? We'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, start. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Nikhilandra Bhoja Ravita Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Gajaraja Raja Madhara Veera Kanakadhikadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya. Do you see how the lines are rhyming? So in dance also if you see most of these lyrics, they rhyme. This talks about, the next few lines talks about how powerful he was as a king, where even if the enemies, the opponents were as powerful as like the elephants, he had the power to even It destroys such enemies. And he is known for having a golden sword, which is why it is called Kanakadi Khadga, a golden sword. He had a golden sword. Apparently, King Krishna Devaraya. So the next few lines talk about that. But before we can proceed, I think you can all take a small break. You can sip some water. And I think Abha ma'am also has some stories for you in the meantime. So ma'am, now it is 10:18. Because the next few lines are also going to be quite lyrical for them. I think now it's a good to take a small break. You can also just revise till here because we're going to proceed after this. It's 10:18. I think we can meet again at 10:30. Okay, ma'am?
हाँ 5 मिनट के लिए आप लोग हो आइए बेटे, आप सब लोग फ्रेश हो आइए, ठीक है। श्रेयांशी,
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ ठीक है ना, 5 पहले ये लोग हो आए 5 मिनट के लिए, फिर जब आएंगे तो फिर
Yes, ma'am.
ओके।
सब लोग फ्रेश हो जाए.
रियाना तुम भी हो आओ, वॉशरूम जाना है, पानी पीना है, जाओ हो आओ जाके। सब लोग आ गए? अब अपने कैमरे खोल लीजिए जो जो लोग आ गए हैं।
I request everyone to please switch on their camera.
अब सब लोग अपने अपने कैमरे खोल लीजिए, सब आ गए हैं ना? गुरु माँ के आने से पहले सब लोग अपना तैयार हो जाइए।
I think the break is over now. We should resume. Please everybody join in. again.
Really here.
जी मैम आ गई हैं.
Guruji is with us. Please everybody resume.
श्वेता कैमरा खोलो अपना.
Girls, I think you should know your lines by tomorrow because it's very important. If you know the lines, you can do well. Your expressions will come nicely. If you don't know the lines, then the expression will not be spontaneous. You'll be recollecting. Okay? See, tomorrow will be a small presentation. I think the teachers will tell you. A small reminder, dress up nicely, put a nice bindi, nice kajal, because eye is the way, eye is the mirror to the expression. Make it nice, wear a dupatta. Okay? And all of you try to recollect the theory also. One or two can tell about one mudra. And we'll say, we can, some of you who are good and confident can, because the camera speed will be different. So we'll select people to do the dance. I'm sorry that it's very bad and there's a lot of disturbance. I'm in my aunt's place. So, and it's very distractive. Pratiksha? Pratiksha? Okay. So tomorrow, what time is the presentation, Mishra ji?
मैम ये मैं आपको बता देती हूँ. अभी ये सुबह के समय ही होगा, वर्कशॉप के टाइम पे ही होगा.
No, ma'am.
नहीं
No,
उसके शाम कुछ है ना.
Presentation will be
5
from 1 to 3, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
अच्छा.
And normal timing पे workshop होगी कल. 9 to 12 workshop होगी and the presentation would be on 1 to 3 p.m.
हम लोग का कोई वो होगा ना, सीरियल होगा.
Yeah, we would allotted it by tomorrow.
How
I
many,
request everyone to please switch on their cameras.
how many minutes will be given?
Yes, Guruji.
How many minutes will each group get to make their presentation?
10 to 12 minutes.
Okay. So, all of you, where are they? All are on camera? Okay. If I'll have all of them come back. See, because I'm connecting through mobile, because of the network, I can't see everybody. They're there? All of them, most of them?
I request everyone to please switch on their camera. The break is over and we should resume now.
Okay. Does anybody now, does anybody have a doubt? Raise your hands, one after the other you can ask. Till what you have learned, do you have any doubt?
चार पांच बच्चों ने जिन्होंने अभी कैमरा नहीं खोला है, प्लीज ओपन.
Aradhya, Shweta Rani, Shri Harshana, I request you to please switch on your camera.
सारा अपनी प्रैक्टिस करते जा रही.
Girls, so shall we see this once again? From the beginning till here. From the beginning. From the jati till what we did. Nikhilandra Bhoja till there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, start. Ta kudhana kujamta. Kidaka taddi 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 tajum jum tajum. Tada kudhana kujamtai. Kidaka taddi 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 tajum jum tajum. Ta kudhana kujam. Kinakujam. Dhanaku kinakujam. Hinakujam. Ta 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 dhinna tak ta ta dhinna tak. Ta dhinna tak ta ta dhinna ta 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 dhinna tak ta. Tadiginatum 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 Rajadhiraja Veera Pratap Shri Krishna Raya Bhuta Rajadhiraja Veera Pratap Shri Krishna Raja Bhuta Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Sangita Sahitya Nritya Shilpadigalalapu Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Bahupara Haku Dhanakujam Dhanakujam Dhanaku Kinakujam Kinakujam Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavita Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Mummy, they've learned till here.
Instead of the 2 Ala Padmas, they can give 1 Ala Padma.
Rachana Kavisandra Teja. So Teja, instead of 2 Alapadma, ma'am is asking us to keep 1. So it will be Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja. Single right hand will be Alapadma, left hand is Jola Teja. Then Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Namaskar.
Namaskara Madi. Namaskara.
Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. The next line talks about, yes, Aishwarya, you have raised your hand. What is
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am. Ma'am, for this Nikhilandra Bhusanu, ma'am, after that you do like this while ending the jati, ma'am. Like this, or should we do like this, ma'am?
After Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Namaskar. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The next line says, Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera, which means Gaja means an elephant. Okay. It can mean, it has two meanings. One is he was a king who was as strong with the strength of that, with the strength and the dignity of that of an elephant. And it can also mean he was a king who had that power to even destroy opponents who were as strong as the elephants. In the sense, who had the might like that of an elephant. So it says Gajaraja Raja. Madahara Veera means he destroyed those with a lot of ego, or he himself was very powerful. Okay. So what we will do is Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera. Gajaraja Raja.
Puttu,
So we show, yeah, ma?
to both the hands, Gajaraja. It's easy,
Gajaraja
no need
Raja,
of the
like
trunk.
this.
Yeah.
Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera. Is it? Mummy? Gajaraja Raja, sorry, I cannot.
Alapadma Mushti Puttu.
For what?
Madahara Veera.
So we will show Gaja with elephant like this. Okay, with the ears of an elephant which open up and which close, right? So we will show this with Patripata. Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera Hingama. You're muted.
Yes.
Gajaraja Raja. So first you open the ears. Keep two tripatakas near your ears. Gajaraja Raja. Madahara. Both mushtis, two mushtis. And to show that power. Madahara Veera. Just bring down your left hand. So for Madahara, you use both the hands. For Veera, you bring down your left hand and place it on your thigh. So how the feet will be like this. Gajaraja Raja. Okay. Madahara Veera. Let me show you again. Cross your right. Can you see my feet? Can you see my feet? I hope you can see my feet. You cross your right leg on the and keep it on the toes like this. You first stand in Samapada. Okay. Then right leg, place it across the left on your toes. This is called Swastika Pada. Swastika. So, Gajaraja Raja. Now the same right leg, take it back. Madahara. Take the right leg back and stretch the left leg on your toes. Don't bend it. Stretch it. Madahara. For Veera, lift your left leg. Lift your left leg and keep your left hand on it.
Puttu, why don't you try the walk, Gajaraja, instead of the swastika? With the walk gives that power.
For Gajaraja Raja, ma'am is asking us to walk forward. Gajaraja Raja. Just walk right and left. But in dance, we just don't walk like this. We raise our leg and keep it. Raise and keep it. Okay, first your right, then the left. Right, left. Take your right leg back, stretch your body, and then raise your left leg. And when you lift your left leg, you should always keep it closer. Don't keep it like this. Keep it close. Inma? Okay. So did you see how to keep our feet? When you lift your leg, keep it closer. If you keep like this, it looks like. Okay, we will do this again. Girls, what you do is, first just look at me. Okay? Then you just observe. Just sit and watch me. Then you can do. Hold 2 tripatakas. Near our ears. And we walk. But we walk with leg raised. 1, open your ears. 2, close your ears. Close the ears. Madhahara, go back on the right with 2 hands on top. Now lift your left leg and place your left hand on it, and the right hand is still on top.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Aradhya.
Ma'am, can you send me the video?
Oh, I'm only doing it here. Why can't you?
Because I have connection problem.
Oh God. Till then you can see me. Don't worry, your connection will become fine now. Okay.
Okay.
So you do now. Get up. So did you understand? We will first do the hasta, the hastas. Gajaraja Raja Madahara, strength. Madahara Veera. And when you do Veera, retain the mushti. Place it on your thigh, not on your waist. Not on your waist. On the thigh, near your knee. Place it near your knee. Yeah. You look with valor because you know you can take down anybody. Okay, here you need to show Veera. Aradhya, you need to raise your right hand and place the left hand on the knee. So we will do this much. Come on. 1, 2. So let me see you and then tell you the corrections. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera. Good, Gangotri. Again, we will see. See, yes, very good, Aradhya. I see that the internet is working okay for you. Very good. Come on. We'll do again. Girls, when you raise your feet and walk, Sabrine, the focus shouldn't be too much on that only. It should be a part of the movement. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera. Very good. Then we talk about Kanakadi Khadga. Kanakadi is the golden. We show gold in using 2 chatura. Generally to show anything made out of gold or gold itself. In dance, when we show this, generally they understand it is gold. Okay, so 2 chatura. You hold a pataka first. The thumb, you place it in the base of your fingers and just release the little finger. And that becomes chaturau. What is it called? Chaturau. Kanaka, and we turn it. We turn it facing the, don't keep it so close to your chest, forward. Kanakadi Khadga, right hand. So if you see a sword, it's never bent like this. So don't keep like this. Kanakadi Khadga, raise it up, raise it up. And when you do this Khadga, in this whole line, there should be power, there should be energy, there should be confidence and utsaham. This whole 4 lines. Kanakadi Khadga. Okay, that's how you don't look at the sword like that. Don't look at this sword. See, imagine if I do Kanakadi Khadga. How it look, girls? Kanakadi Khadga. Okay, with power. You should raise it as though you're only holding the sword and look forward, not back. Again, Kanakadi, golden. So you should say, it is a golden sword. So how will you say? Don't do this. Kanakadi. Don't keep like this. It is Chaturau. Kanakadi Khadga. When you're doing Khadga, so you will be here, right? You would have ended here. Kanakadi, join your feet. You will be here. Join your feet. Kanakadi khadga. Again, take your right leg back. So you will be here. Kanakadi khadga. You can even hold your left hand in a mushti when you show khadga. Kanakadi khadga. The right hand is stretched in pataka. Left hand is in mushti but with elbows up, not bent. Well, see how it look if I do this. Bent up. Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raja. So Kanakadi Khadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya. He is the one who, if you see, he has fought with kings right in Orissa, even in the north. So he has won across India. That's why we say Bhuvana Vijaya. Okay. So what we will do? Bhuvana Vijaya. Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. So it will be Kanaka Dikhadga Shri Bhuvana Vijaya. Or we can also do Kanaka Dikhadga Shri Bhuvana Vijaya. Bhuvana you show with two pataka hastas all around. Vijaya, he is victorious. Or we can do Bhuvana Vijaya with two alapadmas on top. Like how you held mushti. Like how you held mushti. Same way Kataka alapadma. Like you showed this, right? Similarly, two hands. Bhuvana Vijaya. Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. So we will just do the hasta for Kanakadikat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kanakadikadga Shvara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. So we will do from Madaha, from Gajahara, Gajaraja Raja. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera Kanakadi Khadga Vara Bhuvana Vijaya Gajaraja Raja. It comes twice. Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera Kanakadi Khadga Vara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. I know there are many hands, but at least even if you get the meaning. So let me tell you the lines. You can repeat, okay? When we write down also, we will see. First is Gajaraja Raja, where we do Gajaraja Raja, Madahara Veera, Madahara Veera. Then he had so much of power, and what did he fight with? With the golden sword, Kanakadi Khadga. And he became victorious throughout. Vara Bhuvana Vijaya. Vijaya is with Alapadma. He was victorious. Vijaya. Who? Shri Krishna Raja. You understanding? Are you finding it easy, difficult? Are you enjoying it? Are you liking it? How is it? Give me the okay, thumbs up, Kavya. Okay, Aishwarya. Okay, as long as you're learning and enjoying it, we are also happy. So you know from where we will do the hands now? We will do from Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavi Sandra Teja. From there. We just revise from there. Sit and revise, then we will stand up. What we learned today. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavi Sandra Teja Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Once more. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandrateja Amuktamaliyada Rachanasimha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. After this, there will be one small jati, like like you did this, then kinakujam, kinakujam, ta kinakujam, kinakujam, like that. I will teach you one more, with not this step, with a different step. After that will come Gajaha, Gajaraja Raja, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gajaraja Raja, Madaharavir, Kanakadikhatka, Varabhuvana Vijaya, Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Kanaka Gajaraja Raja, Madaharavir, Kanakadikhatka, Bhuvana Vijaya, Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. You don't have to do this, girls. Straight. You understand? Now I will sing it for you and then you. One from we will do from Nikhilandra Bhojan. Sit and do, then we'll stand it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nikhilan. Now, girls, don't, as I said, don't keep it like this. Far. Far. Kavya, keep it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nikhilandra Bhoja, Kavisandra Teja, elbows up, Teja, Abhuttamalyada, Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Nikhilandra Bhoja. Again, twice. 1, 2, second time. Nikhilandra Bhoja, Kavisandra Teja, Abhuttamalyada, Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Hanaku kinakujam, kinakujam, taku kinakujam, kinaku Gajaraja Raja, Madahara Veera, Kanakadi Khadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Gajaraja Raja, Madahara Veera, Madahara Veera, Kanakadi Khadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Bhuvana Vijaya. Hail, victory to him, victory to him. Bhuvana Vijaya. You're all praising. Victory to Shri Krishna Devaraya. Victory, victory. That's what it is. Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Hanaku kinakujam, kinakujam, taku kinakujam. So after every 4 lines, you have this rhythmic pattern. Okay. So what we will do is we will learn the rhythmic pattern which comes after Nikhilandra Bhojan. Yesterday, girls, did we learn this step? Did we learn the hands for Didhittai? We learned no Muktayadavu, Didhittai, and then Didhittai, Didhittai. Did we learn it? Did we do the hands for it? Yes. So we will use that step to do after Nikhilandra. So the hand will be, you keep Kataka Mukha on the left hand, you raise it up. You keep Alapadma on the right hand, turned around in front of your chest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We learned this. The hand goes diagonal, 45 degrees, and not side. This is side. This is diagonal. Kinakujam, kinakujam. Okay. Kinakujam. Here what we will do, we will just do once. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now we also have learnt this step. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We have already learnt it. But in this, we just keep the hand on top in Katakamukha and continue to do this. So the hand will be once on the right, once on the left. So first we will do the right hand, where the right hand is Adha Padma, all of you. Hannaku kinnaku jam, 1, 2, digi digi tam. Left side. Ta ku dhannaku jam, 1, 2, digi digi tam. When you do 1, 2, digi digi tam, it is in Ala Padma. It is in Ala Padma. But what happens is when you do 1, 2, 3, it is diagonal. When you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, it is side. 1, 2, 3 is diagonal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 is side. Understand? Just observe the feet. The feet will be on the toes. You keep on the toes at the back. Toes, strike, strike. 1, 2 on your toes. Toes, tap and tap. 1, 2 on your toes. The hand will be Hannaku kinnaku jam, kinnaku jam, taku thannaku jam, kinnaku jam. Understand? See once again. Look at me once again. This side is on the toes at the back. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Right, right, digi digi tam. Left, 2, 3. Left, left, digi digi tam. After that, Gajarajara Chamadharavi Kanaka Dikhadgavara Bhuvana Vichar Shri Krishna Raya Bhuva. Gajarajara Chamadharavi Kanaka Dikhadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raya. Can you show me the photo? Are you all tired? No. I am giving you breaks by making you sit and all. So come on. We will do from didhitai 1, 2 digi digi tai. Didhitai 1, 2 digi digi tai. Okay. 1. Get up. We will do with the step. Shweta Rani, get up. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We'll do it slowly first. 1, 2, 3. Start. Didhitai 1, 2 digi digi tai. Didhitai 1, 2 digi digi tai. When you take your hand down, Ala Padma, some of you are turning it like this. Some of you are turning it like this. No. Keep it vertical itself. Like how it is here. The same way it stretches down. Vertical comes back vertical. It never becomes horizontal. No. Yeah. Correct. What you did now was correct, Gangotri. Okay. So we'll do from Te Kudhannaku jam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dhaku dhannaku jam. 1, 2 digi digi tam. Dhannaku kinnaku jam. 1, 2 digi digi tam. Now, girls, when you do this, it should be shoulder level. Okay, don't take it down. Shoulder level. And when you do this, bend on your waist. Bend on your waist. Bend on your waist. And as you bend, your hand also bends with you. Yeah. And look at your hand. 1, 2, center. 1, 2, center. Okay? And elbows up. Elbows up. Yeah, correct. And when you do 1, 2, digi digi tam, Shweta Rani, keep your feet closer. Sit in Aramandi and just tap, tap. Sit in Aramandi, Shweta Rani, tap your right feet twice. Don't keep it far. Keep it close and tap. Tap and tap. How did you do this step? That's all. That's all. Don't keep it far. Yeah. And raise your hand. 1, 2 on your toes. Okay, we will do this again. 1, 2, 3, start. Did, tai. 1, 2, digi digi tai, did tai. 1, 2, digi digi Gajaraja, Gajaraja Raja, Madahara Veera, Kanakadi Khadgavara, Bhuvana Vijaya Shri, Krishnaraya Bhupa, Gajaraja Raja, Madahara Veera, Kanakadi Khadgavara, Bhuvana Vijaya Shri, Krishnaraya Bhupa. Till here. Sit down. Once we will recollect the flow till here, we'll sit and recollect the flow and then we will do it. From the beginning till here, you once sit down and I'll sing it for you. You sit and recollect the hands and the flow in the mind. Then we will do it once again. Sit down, Kavya, you can sit and recollect. From ta kudhana kujamta, from there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta kudhana kujamta, kirdakataditaditaditadita jum jum tajum, tad kudhana kujamtai. Kirdakataditaditaditadita jum jum tajum, ta kudhana kujam, kinakujam, kinakujam. Kinakujam ta 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 tinda taka ta ta tinda ta ta. Shweta Rani ta tinda ta 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 tinda taka ta tadiginatom 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 Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka. Don't keep it turning too many times, just one time. Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa. Don't look at your hand. Makuta Manikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Bhavaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratna Kachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sangeeta Sahitya Sangeeta Sahitya Nritya Shilpadi Gadalaku Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Bahutara Taku Dhanakujam Dhanakukinakujam Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Rachana Simha Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amukta Rachana Simha Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Dhanakukinakujam Kinakujam Taku Kinakujam Kina Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera Kanakadi Khadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera Kanakadi Khadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Dhanaka Kinakujam Kinakujam Taku Dhanakujam Kinakujam. Do you want to show ma'am once from the beginning till here? Get from beginning till here. One flow. 1, 2. From the Jati, get up, Shweta Rani. 1, 2. And Sara, get up. Start. Ta kudhana kujamta. Kirdaka taddi 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 tajum jum tajum tadaku dhanaku jum tai. Kirdaka taddi 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 tajum jum tajum taku dhanaku jum. Kinaku jum dhanaku kinaku jum. Kinaku jum ta 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 din the elbows up ta din the ta 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 tadiginatom 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 rajadhiraja veera pratap shri krishna raja bhupa rajadhiraja veera pratap shri krishna raja bhupa Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Makuta Manikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Makutamanikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratnakachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratnakachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sangeeta Sahitya Sangeeta Sahitya ನೃತ್ಯ ಶಿಲ್ಪಾದಿಗಳಲಕು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ ಬಹುಪರಾ ತನಕು ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ತಾಕು ಧನಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕು ನಿಖಿಲಾಂಧ್ರ ಭೋಜ ಕವಿ ಸಾಂದ್ರ ತೇಜ ಆಮುಕ್ತ ಮಾಲ್ಯದ ರಚನ ಸಿಂಹ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ ನಿಖಿಲಾಂಧ್ರ ಭೋಜ ಕವಿ ಸಾಂದ್ರ ತೇಜ ಆಮುಕ್ತ ಮಾಲ್ಯದ ರಚನ ಸಿಂಹ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ ಧನಕು ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕುಜಂ ತಾಕು ಧನಕುಜಂ ಕಿಣಕು ಗಜರಾಜ ರಾಜ ಮದಹಾರ ವೀರ ಕನಕಾದಿ ಖಡ್ಗವರ ಭುವನ ವಿಜಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ ಗಜರಾಜ ರಾಜ ಮದಹಾರ ವೀರ ಕನಕಾದಿ ಖಡ್ಗವರ ಭುವನ ವಿಜಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣರಾಯ ಭೂಪ Can you please unmute Guruji, please? Can you please unmute the Guruji, the technical team? Yeah.
Girls. So, see, I know it's difficult. You have just learned it today. You need to see your palm. You need to feel the lungs. Okay. And place your hands properly. When you write, he's writing such a great word. And I noticed that many of you are not placing your elbows and you're looking down and you're dancing. No, you're addressing him. You're praising the king who's before you. So you have to look at his eyes. Let them do it once again, Kutu. I think they have to repeat it because, of course, today only they have learned the line.
Yeah. Sip some water if you want, and then we will do it again. Na, na, na. Bhuvanarasanayaka Kumar. Let's do it. Let's do it again. So the more we do, the minute you do this, you'll get the flow. Then you will find it more easy and you can express also more. One, from the beginning, Taku Dhanaku Jamta. So we will, for you, the clue will be, we will start like this, girls. What we will do is, for you to know that it is starting, there will be a muktaya, which will go like this. Dhet tankidaka tarakidaka jump. Tadit tankidaka tarakidaka jump. Dhet tankidaka tarakidaka. Raja Raja. Okay. Before you do the jati, we will just do Shri Krishna Devar, Krishna Daja Bhupa, Bahupara, Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa, Bahupara, Takudhanaku Jampa. Okay. So I will sing the Muktaya 3 times. Then you do Krishna Devaraya Bahupara, and then the Jati, then Rajadi Raja Veera Pratap. From there fully. Okay? Then Tankidaka jump. Tadit Tankidaka jump. Then Tankidaka Raja Shri Tankidaka jump. Tadit Tankidaka jump. Then Tankid Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Bahupara Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Bahupara Takudhanaku Jamta Kirtagata Dita 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 Jum Jum Tajum Tadhakudhanaku Jamtai Kirtagata Dita 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 Jum Jum Tajum Takudhanaku Jum Kinaku Jum Kinaku Jum Kinakuchum ta 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 dinda ta 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 dinda ta 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 dinda ta ta adiginatum adigina ajadi raja veera pratap shri Krishnaraya bhupa Rajadi raja veera pratap shri Krishnaraya bhupa Sakalantranikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sakalantranikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Bhakutamanikya Sahasa Kiran Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Bhakutamanikya Sahasa Kiran Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratnakachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Navaratnakachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Sangeeta Sahitya Nritya Shilpadi Galanapur Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Bahupara Dhanakucham Kinakujam Taku Dhanakujam Kinaku Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amruttamalyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja Amruttamalyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Dhanaku Kinakucham Kinakujam Taku Kinakucham Kinaku Gajaraja Raja Veera Kanakati Khadkamara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishnaraya Bhupa Gajaraja Raja Madhara Veera Kanakadi Khadkamara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishnaraya Bhupala. Okay, relax. We are almost coming to the end of this item, where after this we have a small jati-like pattern which goes down. Chandashulkattu. Then we talk about his different titles. Okay, one of it is, do you know whose son he generally girls in a shabdam? As ma'am, this is a shabdam format. Okay, shabdam is is a song. It's the name of a particular type of a song. Like we have abhangs, we have kirtanas, right? We have kavitvas, like we have bhajans. Bhajan is a type of a song. Similarly, shabdam is also a type of a song. And this shabdam, if you see, is very typical to Kuchipudi. Just give me a minute. I'll just turn off the camera. You can still continue to hear me. This shabdams, as I said, is a very typical feature in Kuchipudi because you only find it mostly in Kuchipudi. And what are the characteristics of this shabdam? As ma'am said yesterday, the shabdams are usually based on two kinds of, it is in praise of two kinds of people. One is the gods and the other one is the kings. So in this, it's a check because it is about the king Krishna Devaraya. Then in the shabdam, we talk generally from in Ramayana shabdam, for example, from the birth to coronation. So we see who is the father. Usually the name of the father of this particular king is mentioned. That is what we are going to next. Krishna Devaraya's father was called Tuluva Narasanayaka. Tuluva Narasanayaka. So he is the son of Tuluva Narasanayaka. So we say Tuluva Narasanayaka Kumara. Bahupara. Kumara is the son. So we say Tuluva Narasanayaka Kumara Bahuparak. To you, oh, we say Bahuparak. Then we talk about the various, Krishna Devaraya had got various titles. We won't bring all of it, but we will talk about some of his important titles. Like he was called Kannada Rajya Rama Ramana. One of his titles was Kannada Rajya Rama Ramana. To him we say Bahuparak. Okay. Then Andhra Bhoja. It was also called Andhra Bhoja. Shri Andhra Bhoja Bahuparak. Then we say Dakshina Samudra Dhishwara. Dakshina is the south. For the entire south province, he was the Adhishwara. To him, we say Bahuparak. Like this. Yeah, mummy. You can.
No, I told them yesterday that before the partition, I told
Before the partition,
belong to Andhra and Karnataka. So, sisters, can't get
आवाज कम आ रही है.
and Karnataka. So, these two titles again re-establish that fact. Can't hear?
मैम नॉट क्लियर. हाँ, थोड़ा सा कम आ रही. बंद हो गई. म्यूट.
Okay, anyway. Tuluva Narasanayaka Kumara Bahupara. It goes. So with that, what we will show, his father was also an equally powerful ruler, right? So we will show Tuluva Narasanayaka. You keep right hand, you keep as Tripataka, as the king, and on the left hand, you keep a mushti far, not close, far. Far. Right hand is, do it with me, Tripataka, and You keep it on the center of your head, on top, not like this, to show he was a king. And he was his father. Tuluva Narasa Nayaka Kumara, his son. Kumara you show on the right. Bakla. You show on the right. You generally, how do you say son, a little boy? When he was a son, we generally show children like this. Kumara. You like you're holding a kid. Tuluva Narasa Nayaka Kumara. Look at the Kumara. Bahupara. Okay. Kannada Raja Raja Ramana. Kannada Raja Raja Ramana. Bahupara. Shri Andhra Rajya Bhoja. Shri Andhra Rajya Bhoja. Bahupara. Okay. Then we will say Dakshina Samudradhishwara. So we will show the story. Dakshina Samudradhishwara Bahupara Bahupara Bahupara. And that's how the item will end. So the first one will be the father. Okay, we talk about the father. Tuluva Narasa Nayak. Tuluva Narasa Nayak Kumara Bahupara. Kannada Rajya Rama Ramana Bahupara. Shri Andhra Rajya Bhoja Bahupara. Okay. Dakshina Samudra Adhishwara Bahupara. 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 So 4 titles. One is Tuluva Narasa Nayaka Kumara, the first one. Second one, Kannada Rajya Rama Ramana. Third one, Shri Andhra Rajya Bhoja. Fourth one is Dakshina Samudra Adishwara. Then it will go to Bahuparak 3 times.
Tulu Arasa.
Huh?
Tulu Arasa, you can try the 2 dolas.
Okay. To show the father, instead of doing Tuluva,
One above your sides. Take your left to the side, up. Sitting on the simhasana. Number 2. See,
Okay.
if you do it well, it will come.
So for Tuluva Narasa Nayaka, instead of showing like this, ma'am is suggesting we keep, this is a Dola Hasta. Okay, this is called Dola. Now raise your right hand Dola on top, right hand on top. Bring your left hand to the right and stretch. Bend to the right. Bend on the right. So we will do, it's like sitting on the throne, relaxing on the throne. Tuluva Narasa Nayaka Kumara. Bahupara. Kannada Rajya Rama Ramana Bahupara. Shri Andhra Rajya Bhoja Bahupara. Dakshina Samudra Ishvara Bahupara. 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 Okay, so the only change is Tuluva Narasa Nayaka. Instead of like this, we do Tuluva Narasa Nayaka Kumara. For Kumara only you do this. Tuluva Narasa Nayaka Kumara. Okay, you understand? Somebody is clapping that the item is almost come to an end. Good. What we will do is after you finish Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera. I said you will have one Jati. Dhanakujam, Dhanakujam, Dhanakukinakujam. For now, you repeat this itself. But you can keep your hand differently. You can hold a suchi and clasp it. And make it on top. And you do that. Kinakujam, Kinakujam, Dhanakukinakujam, Kinakujam, Tuluvanarasanayaka Kumara. When you do Kumara, you keep your right leg as Kunchita, Kunchita. Tuluvanarasanayaka Kumara. Bahupara. Kannada Raja Rama Ramana in Swastika. Right leg becomes a Swastika. Bahupara. Shri Andhra Bhoja. Come forward for that. Walk to Shri Andhra Raja Bhoja. Bahupara. Dakshina Samudradishwara. You can do two hands as Adishwara. Bahupara. 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 So when you do that Adishwara, Tuluva Narasanayaka Kumara. So take your right leg back, stretch your left leg. Okay, and bring your right leg forward and keep it in Kunchita on the toes. Keep your hand and bend to the right. Then you do Bahupara. Then you do Kannada. When you say Kannada Rajya Rama Ramana, Swastika. Cross your right leg across the left and keep it on the toes, Kunchita. Kannada Rajya Rama Ramana. Whenever you do Bahupara, come to Samapada. Bahupara. Samapada is like this. Then for Andhra Rajya Bhoja, walk forward 2 times. Andhra Rajya Bhoja. 2 times you walk forward and come to Samapada. Andhra Rajya Bhoja. 1, 2, join. So observe. 1, 2, join. Bahupara. Then Swastika. Dakshina Samudra Adhishwara. Bahupara. 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 You kind of understand the flow? So we will do from Kudhanakujam, Tinakujam, Dhanakukinakujam, Sri Puluvanarasanayaka Kumara. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kudhanakujam, Dhanakujam, Dhanakukinakujam, Tuluvanarasanayaka Kumara. Bahupara. Kannada Raja Rama Ramana. Bahupara. Andhra Raja Bhoja. Bahupara. Dakshina Samudradishwara. Mushti. Bahupara. 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 Yeah. That will be the end of the item. Now sit down. You want to if you're not tired, we can do this whole item from the beginning till the end once, and then we can sit and recollect. Okay, come on. From the journal. Sabrine, yes.
Ma'am, can you just tell the last 4 lines leg movements again?
Yeah, I'll show you. All of you just sit and watch me. See, for Tulva Narasanayaka, you take your right leg back and your left leg is on your toes. For Kumara, you bring back your right leg and keep it in Kunchita on your toes. When then you do Bahuparak, you come to Samapada. Then when you do Kannada Raja Rama Ramana, you keep your feet in Swastika. What is Swastika? You cross your one leg over the other. You cross your right leg across the left and keep it on your toes. Kunchita. Kannada Raja Rama Ramana. For Bahuparak, you always come back to Samapada. Then for Andhra Rajya Bhoja, you walk forward and come to Samapada. Andhra Rajya Bhoja, Bahuparak. For Dakshina Samudra Ishwara, come to Swastika and do Bahuparak. Samapada, Bahuparak, and you be in Samapada for Bahuparak.
It will be even better. It will be even better if they can, with 1, 2, 3 up step to do it.
For Bahuparak. Last Bahuparak.
Last 3 Bahuparaks, if they can. Tomorrow.
So ma'am is telling the last 3 Bahuparak. The last 3 Bahuparak. You can do 1, 2, 3 up step. Bahuparak. 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 You want to do that? 1, 2, 3 up step. Only on the right. Right, right, right. 3 times.
Doing that, they can go back.
You can do
Doing
that
the
and
same
slowly go back.
See, Pranita, just now when you did Bahuparak, you have to look at him. You always look at the floor.
When you do Bahuparak, ma'am is saying don't look down. Don't look at your hand. Look at the king. Look forward and do Bahuparak. Yeah. Or even when you do this. Okay. We'll do once from the beginning till the end. Even if you have confusions in between, don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Let's get the flow first. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Start. Shri Krishna Deva Raya Bahuparak. Oh, sorry, I'll give you the Muktaya. I'll give the Muktaya, then comes this. Then Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Bahuparak. Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Bahuparak. Taku dhanaku jamta. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum. Tadaku dhanaku jamtai. Kirdaga taddi 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 tajum jum tajum. Taku dhanaku jam. Kinaku jam dhanaku kinaku jam. Kinaku jam ta ta ta. Dinda taka ta ta. Dinda ta ta ta. Dinda taka ta ta. Dinda ta ta ta. Dinda taka ta. Adiginatam, 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 Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishnaraya Bhuta. Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishnaraya Bhuta. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Bhanuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhuta. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka Anuteja Shri Krishnaraya Bhuta. Makutamanikya Sahasakiran Shri Krishnaraya Bhuta. अकुटमाणिक्य सहसकिरण श्री कृष्णराय भूपा नवरत्न खचित सिंहासनधिप श्री कृष्णराय भूपा नवरत्न खचित सिंहासनधिप श्री कृष्णराय भूपा संगीत साहित्य नृत्य शिल्पादि गणनकु श्री कृष्णराय भूपा बहुपरा ताकु धनकुजम किणकुजम धनकु किणकुजम आंध्रभोज कांद्रतेज आमुक्तमाल्यदा रचन सिंह श्री कृष्णराय भूपा निखिलांध्र भोज कविता द्रतेज आमुक्तमाल्यदा रचन सिंह श्री कृष्णराय भूपा ताकु धनकुजम धनकुकिणकुजम किण गजराज राज मदहार वीर कनकादि खड्गवर भुवन विजय श्री कृष्णराय भूपा गजराज राज मदहार वीर कनकादि खड्गवर भुवन विजय श्री कृष्णराय भूपा ताकि धनकुजम नकुजम धनकुकिणकुजम किणकुजम तुलवन रसनायक कुमारा तुलवन रसनायक कुमारा बहुपरा नाटक रमणम बहुपरा आंध्र राज्य भोजा बहुपरा दक्षिण समुद्राधीश्वर बहुपरा 1 2 3 up 1 2 3 up 1 step 3 up 1 2 3 up 1 2 3 up. See, after dakshina samudradhishwara you do 1 2 3 up. After you finish dakshina samudradhishwara 1 2 3 up bahupara bahupara bahupara. Okay, you start this step after dakshina samudradhishwara.
Pratiksha,
This is yeah, ma.
you hear me?
Yeah.
See, I don't know, many, it may be difficult, but in the first half, if they can, we can teach them that sit to stand to tatai taita, sit and stand. Idella ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಸಂಗೀತ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯ ಅದನ್ನ, it's just standing, it's looking very bland. I know it's very difficult. We can give it a try. Before the jati, they can do 1 2 3 up. After the jati, maybe they can do tatai taita, sit to stand to. Then no, otherwise just standing. And then also, girls, you need to express a little because this is in praise of the queen, right? And when you do digi digi, pranita, you have to follow your hand. That is Nrita, follow your hand and see. The hand will be somewhere and your look is somewhere. And even you, Sabreen, I see that you're looking away from what you're doing. You should mean what you say. Otherwise, it can look very artificial. Puttu, now,
Maybe they can write down, no? And then later we can teach them the step.
yeah, you can probably teach them the step first or after they write down. You just want to show them how it looks with the step because it's so blank that they're doing.
Because after the jati, Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Bahupara Shri Krishna. Tadiginatom, tadiginato, Rajadiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Rajadiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Okay. Sakalandra Nikila Karnataka. Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. You alternate. Sakalandra Nikila Kar 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makutamani Sahasa Kirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makutamani Sahasa Kirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Navaratna Kachitra Simhasana Krishna Raya Bhupa. Navaratna Kachitra Simhasana Shri Krishna. Wow. The hands, whatever you do differently. After that, you do Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya, and then the pose. And then after that, anyway, this comes, right?
For today, I think this is enough.
So you alternate. Once you do 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up. That step you already know. The other step will be again 4 counts. Sit 2, stand 2. Left, left, back, front. Right, right, back, front. Left, left, back, front. Can you get up and try that step? First you tap. Second, you just move like this. You don't do 1, 2. No. 1, 2, just on the toes, back, front. 1, 2, back, front. 1, 2, back, front. 1, 2, back, and front. So you do once 1, 2, 3 up. For the next hand, you do 1, 2, back, front. Again, you do 1, 2, 3 up. You alternate. Then you won't get confused. So we will try. What we will do is, for Raja di Raja, you do 1, 2, 3 up. Okay? You do that. 1, 2, 3, start. Raja di Raja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Raja di Raja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Now you go 1, 2, 3 up for Sakalantra Nikila. 1, 2, 3, start. Saka 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka. Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikila Karnataka. Bhanuteja Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Okay, then for Makuta Manikya, 1, 2, 3 up. Do it with me. Start. Makuta Manikya Sahasa Kirana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Makuta Manikya Sahasa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Okay, for Navaratna, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Navaratna Kachita Simhasana Dipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Navaratna Kachita Simhasana Dipa Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Then for Sangeeta Sahitya, 1, 2, 3 up. Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya. Then you pose. Nritya Shilpadi. When you pose, you keep your feet like this. Right leg is turned to the right, left leg is diagonal. Nritya Shilpadi Ganana Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa Bahupara. Then you go on to this. Hey, it's this step. You practice at home. Today you might not get it.
You think they can manage?
Can you all manage, girls? Can you all manage? We'll see, ma. Let them practice and come tomorrow. We will see how they are. They're able to do, then otherwise it's easy to come back to original.
Supposing they can't, then we'll have to do it plain, but give it a try.
Give it a try. You have the whole of today. You understood, right? You alternate. You begin with 1, 2, 3 up, then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, then again 1, 2, 3 up, then 1, 2, 3, 4, again 1, 2, 3. Do you want to write down the lines so that you can recollect? Yeah, come. You first write down.
Photo, next to the lines, if it's 1, 2, 3 up step, let them write down in bracket.
Okay, you take a new sheet and you first write Muktaya. You make a draw an arrow to the facing the right and write Muktaya, Muktaya. That will come first. Then the next line you write Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Bhupa Bahuparak. Bahuparak. This whole thing is only one line. Write it in one line. And then in the bracket, you write number 2. To just know it comes twice. In the bracket, you write the number 2. The line is Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Bahuparak. Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Bahuparak. So in the bracket, you have written 2. Now the next line, you again make an arrow facing the right arrow. Then you write Jati, Jati. Jati. Now Jati we won't write because you know what it is. That Jati. After the Jati, you write line number 1 is Rajadhiraja. If possible, you fit all of it in one line. If you can't, you write 2 lines. You write it in 2 lines, but you put number 1. Rajadhiraja. Veera Pratapa. Veera Pratapa. Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Rajadhiraja Veera Pratapa Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. In the bracket, you write number 2. It comes twice. And if you want, you write 1, 2, 3 up step. If you want to remember. Otherwise, don't. Then line number 2. Sakalantra. Sakalantra Nikhila. Sakalantra Nikhila Karnataka. Bhanu Teja Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Bhanu Teja Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Sakalantra Nikhila Karnataka. Bhanu Teja Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. In the bracket, write 2 times. Number 2. This step is sit to stand to. Sit to stand to. You write in whatever way you can remember this step if you want to remember. Line number 3. Makuta Manikya. Makuta Manikya Sarasa Kirana Shri. Sahasa Kirana Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Makutamānikya Sahasakirana Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. In the bracket, write the numerical 2. For this, the step is 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up, step. If you want, you write that. Fourth line, number 4. Navaratna Khachita. Navaratna Khachita Simhasanadhipa. Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. Navaratna Khachita Simhasanadhipa Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa. In the bracket, numerical 2. So for this, the step will be sit 2, stand 2. Sit 2, stand 2. That is the step. Line number 5. Line number 5. Sangeeta Sahitya. In the bracket, you write 2 because it comes twice. Sangeeta Sahitya, Sangeeta Sahitya. Next line, it's line number 5 only, not 6. Nritya Shilpadi Gadalaku. Nritya Shilpadi Gadalaku. Nritya Shilpadi Gadalaku Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa Bahuparak. Okay. Then you write, make next line, draw an arrow to the right and write Shollukattu. Shollukattu. Sholkattu. Shollukattu. A shollukattu means this taku dhanakujam, dhanakujam, dhanakukinakujam, kinakujam. For a phrase like this, where a rhythmic pattern is repeated, we call it shollukattu. Maybe next to the shollukattu, you make a bracket and you write Palli Hasta, P-A-L-L-I. So you can remember it is this. Palli Hasta, H-A-S-T-A. Next line. After the jati, come down and draw another arrow. Nikhilandra Bhoja. Nikhilandra Bhoja. Kavisandra Teja. Kavisandra Teja. Nikhilandra Bhoja. Kavisandra Teja. Next line you write. Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha. Rachana Simha. Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raja Bhupa or Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Both of it is okay. I'll repeat these 2 lines. Nikhilandra Bhoja Kavisandra Teja. Next line. Amukta Malyada Rachana Simha Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Now, for the whole of these 2 lines, make a big bracket, a flower bracket, and write 2 again next to it, because this whole line repeats twice. Okay, make a flower bracket and write 2. The next line, you draw an arrow and write Shollukattu. Shollukattu. And in the bracket, you can write Katakamuka and Alapadma. Then you will remember it is this. Alapadma and Katakamuka. K-A-T-A-K-A-M-U-K-H-A. Okay. Then after that, make another arrow and write the next 2 lines. Gajaraja Raja. Gaja Raja Raja. Madahara Veera. All of this is in one line. Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera. Next line. Kanakadi Khadgavara. Kanakadi Khadgavara. Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. I'll read out those two lines again. Gajaraja Raja Madahara Veera. Second line. Kanakadi Kadgavara Bhuvana Vijaya Shri Krishna Raya Bhupa. Make a flower bracket, write number 2 against it because it comes twice. Then in the next line, draw an arrow and write Sholkattu. Sholkattu. And in the bracket, maybe you can write Suchi and Mushti. Suchi, Mushti, clasp. So you can remember it is this. Right? After the Sholkattu, come to the next line, draw an arrow. You write Tuluva Narasanayaka Kumara. Tuluva, T-U-L-U-V-A, space Narasa, N-A-R-A-S-A, space Nayaka, N-A-Y-A-K-A, Nayaka Kumara, K-U-M-A-R-A. Tuluva Narasanayaka Kumara, Bahuparak. This is the line number 1, Bahuparak. Then, in the next line, you write Kannada Rajya, Rama, Ramana. 4 words. Kannada Rajya, Rama, Ramana, Bahuparak. Then the third line. Shri Andhra Rajya Bhoja. 4 words. Shri Andhra Rajya Bhoja. Bahuparak. The 4th line will be Dakshina Samudra Adhishwara. Dakshina Samudra Adhishwara. Bahuparak. Okay. After Dakshina Samudra Adhishwara, below that you write Bahuparak and in the bracket 3 times. And you write 1, 2, 3 up against it. So you know you have to do the step.
It's 12. So I think we have to let them.
Yeah. So now that we have done it and you have also written it, you practice this and we will come back tomorrow. We will revise this item. Also revise the different hastas that ma'am has taught you. Revise the different adavus that ma'am has taught you. And revise about the origin of dance. How was Natya Veda formed? What were the 4 Vedas? What we took from these 4 Vedas? Who created the Natya Veda? Who wrote the Natya Shastra? And who taught us, how did dance come to earth? These things, what we have done so far, you revise and come for tomorrow. And also tomorrow, ma'am wants to tell you to all dress up nicely because tomorrow is your showcase, your dance showcase. You'll have to dance and show it to the audience. So all of you, please wear nice kurtas. With
Long
a veil.
kurtas.
Long kurtas,
long
not
kurtas.
short. Okay, don't wear something that has cuts and all. It's traditional. Wear a nice traditional long kurta. Wear a salwar kameez or a legging. And tie a nice veil like how I have tied. All of you wear a bindi. Tomorrow a round bindi. And your hair, either make a plait if you have long ones, or make one plait, or make one pony if you have short hair. Apply some nice lipstick. Draw kajal, eyeliner. You can draw on top.
Puttu,
Nice eyeliner.
Puttu. Their presentation is after the workshop. So, yeah. So I don't know. They get
1 घंटे का difference है मैम.
Oh, then they
Yes,
can get
ma'am.
ready. Then.
Tomorrow 9 to 12 would be the workshop, and then from 1 to 3 p.m. there would be presentation.
Maybe then they can get ready, Mama.
Yeah, in the break they can dress up. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Because
otherwise you would have sweat and all that.
Tomorrow we are going to practice a lot. Children, see what you learned in just 5 days. During our times, we would learn minimum for 5 months. Minimum. So you're lucky that so much information is being shared, and we are trying to do our best, and Speakmaker is trying to be the best teachers for you. It's also your responsibility that you learn it up beautifully and keep it. Don't forget it immediately after this workshop. That's why we are giving you enough notes. We explained it to you so that you have some, memory, a beautiful memory from the workshop that you attended. Even after several years, you'll think I learned something very nice, very precious. Okay? So let's do the concluding pranams. Get up. Let's do the namaskaram.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So I'll just chant the prayer. You can. Samudra vasane devi parvatasthana mandale natyam darishya bhudevi padaghatha kshamasvami. You're telling Mother Earth, please forgive me for thumping my feet and hurting you during the process of my dance or in my life. Okay? So when you offer your pranams to gods, your Anjali Hasta is above your head. It comes in between your eyebrows. It's in front of your eyebrows, in front of your chest. And then the Bhumi Pranam, where you thank the earth. Yes. So, thank you, children. And sorry that my network is terrible in the place that I am today. And hope I'll make sure that you will do tomorrow. And we're going to do good practice to make a beautiful presentation. Okay? So go through it.
Namaste,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Prateeksha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Prateeksha. Thank you, ma'am. Enjoy.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for such an insightful session. It was so wholesome to have you with us. Before we end our today's session, we would like to thank our supporters who provided a great impetus and driving force to Anubhav 21. We extend our heartiest gratitude to Department of Youth Affairs, Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Ministry of Textiles, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, SRF Foundation, Ashok Leyland, Takshila Educational Society, and Dr. Vikram Seth Kusungar. Thank you, everyone, and please join tomorrow by 8:45. Please stay back.
Please wait.